and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the part 3 of chapter Circulatory System, and today we are going to learn about the white blood cells or leukocytes. Now these white blood cells differ from the red blood cells in having nucleus in them. Now there are different kinds of white blood cells. These are monocyte, basophils, eosinophils, lymphocytes and neutrophils. All of them have variously shaped nucleus. Likewise, monocyte has kidney shaped nucleus, basophils has large indistinctly lobed nucleus, eosinophils have bilobed nucleus, lymphocyte has a single large nucleus, whereas the neutrophils have 3 to 4 lobed nucleus. Now the white blood cells are white in color due to the absence of a pigment, that is hemoglobin, which is otherwise present in the case of RBCs. There are about 4,000 to 8,000 per millimeter cube of WBCs in blood, which can produce pseudopodia. Now what are these pseudopodia? These are false feet. Now in the image given below, we can see that the WBCs are sending long leg-like or podia-like or feet-like structures which are known as pseudopodia. WBCs can squeeze through the walls of capillaries into the tissues by the process called diapediasis. Like these are the walls of the capillaries which are one cell thick. WBCs can squeeze out through these walls into the tissues by the process called diapediasis. Dia means across and pediasis means oozing out. Functions of leukocytes, that is WBCs. The first function is phagocytosis. Now the phagocytosis is done almost by all the WBCs, but it is specially done by the neutrophils. Now if we see, this is a neutrophil and it is going to engulf the bacteria. This is the bacteria and it is going to engulf it by the process called phagocytosis. Now this is a defense mechanism against the disease causing substances such as bacteria, and if the count of WBC is beyond 50,000, then it indicates some severe infection in blood. Now the second function is inflammation. In the area of injury or the localized area where there is invasion of germs, inflammation takes place. It produces local heat, redness, swelling and pain. And why it happens? Because the WBC squeeze out through the blood capillaries by the process called diapediasis and accumulate in the tissues in order to destroy the damaged tissue by phagocytosis. Now the third function is formation of antibodies. Now the antibodies are produced by the lymphocytes. These antibodies react with antigens, and these antigens are the foreign substances which may cause disease in us. So it is going to defend our body against the disease causing germs and then destroy them completely or neutralize the germs. Now the next is the origin and the life of WBCs. The WBCs are produced in the red bone marrow by the hematopoietic stem cells which give rise to different types of blood cells. They are also produced by the lymph nodes and sometimes even in liver and spleen. The average life is about 2 weeks, which is quite less as compared to the average lifespan of RBCs, which was about 120 days. Neutrophils lives for only a few hours, therefore there are 125 neutrophils produced per day. And these neutrophils are termed as the soldier of a body because they provide the defense mechanism against the disease causing germs. The old and weak white blood cells are destroyed in spleen, liver and bone marrow just like other blood cells. Leukemia is a blood cancer. Leukemia happens due to the increased number of WBCs at the cost of RBCs. Leukemia is a cancer of tissue forming WBCs whose number increases many folds at the cost of the RBCs, and it is a fatal disease and it may even cause death. The treatment is blood transfusion, but due to the technological advances, the bone marrow transplant can also be a good option in order to cure the person suffering from leukemia. Leukopenia is the abnormal decrease of white blood cells, and due to this there can be no defense mechanism against disease causing germs, and therefore the person may fall ill very easily. There are different kinds of WBCs. The white blood cells are of two types. These are granulocytes with the granules and agranulocytes without the granules. The granulocytes are further subdivided into neutrophils, basophils and eosinophils. Now the neutrophils are 62% and they are having 3 to 4 lobed nucleus, and their cytoplasm takes up neutral dyes. Therefore, they are named as neutrophils. The function of neutrophil is to engulf bacteria by phagocytosis as taught earlier, and where they are produced in bone marrow. Now the second one is basophil, which is about 0.4%. It has indistinctly lobed nucleus. It takes up basic dyes. Therefore, they are termed as basophils. The function of basophil is to release chemical, that is histamine, for inflammation, which dilates the blood vessel. Now then eosinophils are there, which takes up acidic dyes with 2 lobed nucleus. They engulf bacteria and they secrete antitoxins, and it is associated with allergy. They are produced in bone marrow. All the 3 neutrophils, basophils and eosinophils are produced in bone marrow. Now there are another 2 agranulocytes or the types of WBCs which do not have granules in them. These are lymphocyte and monocyte. Lymphocytes are 30% in total and they are the smallest WBCs. So lymphocytes are the smallest WBCs with a singly placed large nucleus. What is the function of lymphocyte? It is to produce antibodies against foreign antigens. They are also produced in the bone marrow and also in the lymph glands such as spleen and tonsils. Now another one is monocyte, which is about 5.3%. The nucleus is large and kidney shaped. You can see it is bean shaped or kidney shaped nucleus. At the site of infection transform into macrophages. That means they eat up the germs. They ingest germs. This is the function of monocyte, that it is going to ingest the germs. They are also produced in bone marrow. So with this we are going to end up our discussion based on the WBCs or the white blood cells. Hope you are enjoying my lectures and they are easily understandable to you. So do like and subscribe my channel and do hit the notification button to get the latest update of the video uploaded. Thank you.